Welcome. I'm Ms. Lee, and we're back at the Wellesley Free Library for another story time. Sing with me. The more we get together, together, the more we get together, the happier we'll be. For your friends are my friends, and my friends are your friends. Oh, the more we get together, the happier we'll be. Do you know a magic plant that roars? A dandelion. And today we're going to be talking about the month of March. Now, March is between winter and spring, summer. So that means it can come in roaring like a lion, and we hope that it goes out gently baying like a lamb. Now, there is a good book that is called In Like a Lion and Out Like a Lamb. Let's take a look at it. In Like a Lion, Out Like a Lamb by Marion Dane Bauer, illustrated by Emily Arnold McCullough. March comes with a roar. He rattles your windows and scratches at your door. He turns snow to mud and tromps across your floor. March comes with winter clinging to his tail. He scatters sleet and sometimes even hail. Were you expecting spring? He snickers. Reach for your slickers. March comes with a pounce and a growl. Just step outside and hear him howl. If you howl back, will he go away? Not very likely. This lion means to stay and stay and stay. Then, one soft morning, wind gives way to breeze. Buds pop out on trees. The air is full of chickadees and bumblebees. And the lion takes a whiff and a sniff and lets out an enormous sneeze. And guess who comes riding in? Gliding in, striding in on that achoo. So, where will the March lion go? Will he wander to and fro, defeated and lost, predicting frost? Or will he skulk through the greening grass, eyes scheming, teeth gleaming, waiting for the lamb to pass? No, never. This fellow is much too clever. He finds himself a sunny spot. He stretches, yawns, and curls into a knot. And that rumbling noise you hear? Never fear. This lion is done with roaring, and now he's snoring, at least until next year. Today, the lamb's in charge of grass and flowers, sunshine and showers of babies, small and large. Come, all you babies, just hear March sing. Bah, she says, bah, and bah again. It's spring. Achoo! Here's a song I learned from Maria Sangliolo. And you'll have to help me with the motions because it's a singing and dancing song. So the first song we'll do is ba ba bamba, ba ba bamba. And then the second one we'll do is moo moo mamba, moo moo mamba. The third one is quack, quack, quamba, quack, quack, quamba. And the fourth one is by a cat, and it is meow, meow, mamba, meow, meow, mamba. Are you ready? As I was walking in the meadow one day by chance, all the sheep in the meadow were doing a dance. All the sheep in the meadow were doing a dance, and they were singing ba ba bamba, ba ba bamba, ba ba bamba, ba ba bamba. And then a cow said, how do you do? I want to dance and sing like you. Yes, I want to sing and dance like you. And she was singing, moo, moo, mamba, moo, moo, mamba, moo, moo, mamba, moo, moo, mamba. And then along came a duck swimming by, said, I would like to try that dance. Yes, I would like, that's a dance to try. And he said, quack, quack, quamba, quack, quack, quamba, quack, quack, quamba, quack, quack, quamba. And then a cat who was playing in the hay, she said, watch me sing and play. She said, watch me sing and play. And she went, meow, meow, mamba, meow, meow, mamba, meow, meow, mamba, meow, meow, mamba, ba, ba, bamba, ba, ba, bamba, moo, moo, mamba, moo, moo, mamba, quack, quack, quamba, quack, quack, quamba, meow, meow, mamba, meow, meow, mamba, ba, ba, bamba, ba, ba, bamba, bamba. And then, what if a lion came into the barnyard and scared all the animals away? Well, the sheep would gallop out to the far end of the meadow, and the cow would go as fast as it could into the barn, and then the duck would jump in the pond and swim away, and then the cat would hide in the hay. And then all the lion wanted to do was join them in singing and dancing, and it would go, roar, roar, rumba, roar, roar, rumba, roar, roar, rumba, roar, roar, rumba, rumba. Now, let's take a look at a real sheep. Sheep on the Family Farm by Chana Stiefel. Here is a sheep with all of its parts. Wonderful wool. Did you know that the wool from a single sheep could make as many as 8 sweaters? Matt and Tara raise sheep on their family farm. They raise many other kinds of animals too. Their children, Jack and Alice, help with the chores. What sheep eat? Matt and Tara's sheep graze in the fields. They eat grass and weeds. They also like flowers. The sheep eat and chew all day. Winter diet. On cold winter days, Jack helps move the sheep into the barn. He feeds them hay. Hay is dry cut grass. The sheep drink lots of water too. Little lambs, big rams. A baby sheep is called a lamb. Its mother is called a ewe. Its father is a ram. Most types of rams have big horns that curl. On the lookout. A hungry coyote is coming close to the flock. The sheep feel danger. They have sharp eyesight. Their ears perk up when they hear a sudden noise. They smell trouble. The sheep run away fast. Have you any wool? On some farms, the farmers cut the sheep's wool. It is like a haircut. It does not hurt the sheep. The cut wool is called fleece. The fleece is cleaned and untangled. Then it is spun or twisted into threads of yarn. The yarn can be dyed many colors. Some sheep are raised for milk. The milk is made into cheese. Matt and Tara's sheep are raised for meat. Many kinds of sheep. Not all sheep are the same. There are more than 200 different breeds or kinds of sheep. One may be white. Others are black, brown, gray, red, or spotted. Which do you like the best? Now here is a book with a true story about a girl named Mary Elizabeth Lawrence who lived 200 years ago. Well, she lived in Massachusetts and went to school in Sudbury, Massachusetts. And that's not too far from Wellesley. Well, she had a little pet lamb. And she played with that lamb all summer long. But when it was time to go back to school, she said to her little lamb, "Bye-bye, I will see you after school and then we will play." But the lamb followed her all the way to school. And when she got there, she decided that she would hide the lamb so nobody could see it. And of course, she was called upon by her teacher to go to the front of the classroom. And don't you know, the lamb followed her right up there. Well, that day there was a visitor, a gentleman who had come to watch the school children, and he was so delighted to see that little lamb following Mary around the school that he made up a poem. And that's the one that is the song today that we know. Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow. It followed her to school one day, school one day, school one day. It followed her to school one day. It was against the rules. It made the children laugh and play, laugh and play, laugh and play. It made the children laugh and play to see a lamb at school. You can find this book at the Wellesley Free Library. Now, some people think some sheep are not very smart. So let's read a book about some really silly sheep. Sheep in a Jeep by Nancy Shaw. Illustrated by Margot Apple. Beep, beep. Sheep in a Jeep on a hill that's steep. Uh-oh, the sheep won't go. Sheep leap to push the Jeep. Sheep shove, sheep grunt. Sheep don't think to look up front. Jeep goes splash, Jeep goes thud. Jeep goes deep in gooey mud. Sheep tug. Sheep shrug. Sheep yelp. Sheep get help. Jeep comes out. Sheep shout. Sheep cheer. Oh dear, the driver sheep forgets to steer. Jeep in a heap. Sheep weep. Sheep sweep the heap. Jeep for sale, cheap. Just like the sheep, let's leap into something you can do yourself at home. If you want to make a little lamb, all you have to do is find a paper plate, and then you can tape a stick to it. And then you can take some cotton balls, and before you glue them on, you can throw them in the air. But then you'll want to pick them up so that you can glue them all around the edges. And then make sure you draw a face yourself of what your little lamb will look like. Now, what is a very quiet sheep called? A sheep. So I'll say a very quiet bye-bye.